to my mud home. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a video on earthen floors. Yes, that's floors that are made completely out of natural materials, only mud, sand, and straw. And water, of course, to mix everything together. This was my first time doing earthen floors. I had to experiment a lot with the process in order to understand the materials, understand how my environment affected the curing time, and develop a method that worked, that wouldn't create any cracking and would lead to a really durable water-resistant floor. So you'll find so many different recipes and ideas that people have when creating earthen floors. The primary materials are just those simple ingredients. There's different things that people add in order to make their floors stronger. The best solution for our space and for our materials was to do 3 different layers, and in this video I'm going to show you what the first layer looks like. Earthen floors are not done here in Panama. Traditionally they had clay tile floors. Today, even in the mud homes that do remain, they use cement floors. So the reason why that is an issue is because walls and the ground underneath the home are constantly absorbing moisture, especially in a climate as humid as this one. So that moisture needs to escape through the floor. And when we use cement floors, we completely block that barrier. The moisture that the walls intake also drains down and will cause the cement floors to crack because they're just going to collect and hold that moisture instead of releasing it like a natural floor. If you're considering building a natural home, then you really want to consider putting in natural floors, because then moisture, whether it collects on the walls or underneath the floors, will always have a place to escape, and then you won't get that mold buildup that we usually see in homes that have concrete. So because this was a new technique for my workers as well, I walked them through the process, and they're going to help me, as you'll see in this video, lay down the floor. And then in future videos you'll see what we do for the second pass and the third pass, which took a little bit of experimenting. But after doing all of these experiments over several months, I found the process that really works well for us. You don't have to use any cement, you don't get any cracking, and you also get a floor that's water resistant and even washable. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video on earthen floors, and there's more videos to come on the next step for the earthen floors. I hope that you consider them in your home because they're just so beautiful. They're great for your health. They're very grounding. You're constantly in connection with the earth, and they're also great for a healthy home and allow moisture to circulate and allow you to be connected to nature as well. So today we're fixing the earthen floor that we put in before. Mistake that we had was that we didn't have a roof on it. So it was very sunny those days. It dried very fast and it cracked on us. But what we're doing today, now that we have a roof on it, it's got more sand, more straw, this is how it should look. So this is what the mixture should look like. There's sand, there's straw, and there's soil. It is very densely packed with straw. Here we use rice straw because that's what's locally available, but there's other fibers that people use in other situations as well. And first, when you're laying down an earthen floor, what you want to do is have your road base, so you have a very good drainage layer. At least 8 inches is recommended. Add in your tubing for your plumbing and your electricity. All of that will be underneath the floor. Once that's ready, you wet the floor really well and you can start laying on your piles of cob or barro. And you want it to be really difficult to work with. It should take a little bit of effort, a little bit of strength to kind of get it in place and work it in with a wooden trowel. And if it takes that effort, then it means it's going to hold up. It's going to be strong enough. It has enough straw in it. And so you can use the trowel to smooth over the surface slightly if you like, but there's going to be 2 more layers on top of this, and that'll give it the final finished look.
We
have a good part of the floors done. This was done yesterday. This is the earthen floor for the middle room. This is where we're going to have probably seating. My desk will be here. Books. Probably a space for guests if they did come and we didn't have room in the other room to come and stay. Maybe kids' desks and play stuff like that. This is the open seating area, floor seating area, meditation. So this is the room that we'll use as a kids' room, also a guest room. I keep looking at this part of the thing to see what I'm filming, but I forget that you guys are here. This is the bedroom, just being used as storage for now because we still don't have the rock base to put here. So since that is missing, we're gonna hold off and just use this as storage. I probably won't be able to get it until next year, so that room is going to just be delayed. This is the bathroom. This shelf was a little bit low, so we sealed it up, and we have the laundry room on that side. I left the concrete floor over there, but this was all done today with about 5-6 people. We did this floor today. These posts I'm just using to hold up the roof until we can finish doing everything we need to do on the roof so that this doesn't bend and flex too much, because I don't want to damage it in any sort of way, because if it falls down, I will be very, very sad. Let the space for the shower. That is still going to be mud plastered, but we're going to use a technique called Tadilact, and Tadilact helps to make it waterproof. A technique that's been used since ancient times, and we're going to use that for the shower, so it's still earthen and won't be concrete. So even though there are still cracks, it's not that bad. You know, it's not cracking a lot where you get these deep rivets in between. They're just kind of smaller cracks. Even here, we might just be able to seal that and not even do anything about those cracks. Oh, we might fix them piece by piece and add little bits in there. I'm not sure yet, but you can look and see. So this is where we have the windows and the doors, and we get these cracks here. And then as you move away from the window and the door and the heat and the light, then we have barely any cracks at all, which is pretty cool. Same with here, this part, not very many cracks, a couple, more cracking down there at the end. And then in this room, it's hard to tell because we really don't have light in here. You're not going to be able to see that, but there's barely any cracks at all in this room. It's been curing, drying very slowly because there is no light in there. We have some ants that have come up through the floor. The floor hasn't been sealed yet, so they're trying to find a way through the floor and keep their home intact, which is okay for now. And we'll put in the oil to seal the floor soon. Here's what it looks like from the far end of the house. We've got all this floor put in. We're gonna put in the kitchen as well, finish that part, and where the fridge would go in that corner. So we'll have all that space to work on over the rainy season, which is starting very soon. We've had luck here and haven't had too much rain, and it's almost mid-June, but once it starts, it stays for months. This is about a month later on the new addition part of the house. Got cracking on the outside, unlike this part of the house, which was done in 2019. You can see the difference clearly. So this is the same stuff that we're using on the floors. It's got a lot more sand in it. This is the stuff that we got from the same exact farm, but we got it closer to the end of the rainy season. So all the sand had washed out of that mixture, and we were left with a very clay soil, We put just as much straw in it as we had in the other one, or as much as we could, but you can see exactly where the difference is between the different types of earth. This one fared a lot better. More sand is always better with this kind of building. If you enjoy this video and you want to see more videos like this of me building my mud home and working through these different processes and techniques, subscribe to the channel. Every subscription and like helps me to grow the channel and share this information with more people so we can keep natural building preserved. We can continue enjoying how beautiful it is. See you next time.